Recording in progress.
Hey, online students, how are you doing?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking.
Hi, how are
How
you?
was your weekend, guys?
How was what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, how was your weekend, guys? What
Good.
did
What
you do?
about yours?
Everything is good. Everything is good. So I just had something happened yesterday, but everything is fine. All right. Did you cover yesterday by any chance polymorphism? Did you?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Like in briefly, guys, to be honest, you covered most of the topics. The only topics left to cover are abstraction. I'm not counting those recap classes or practice classes. It's abstraction, encapsulation, exceptions. So there are 3, maybe 4 topics. I'm not covering the other practice classes, which could be like 6 or 7 more lessons. And to be honest, testers, they don't use a lot this. Like there is another principle called abstraction. It's not like really used by testers. What could be used is encapsulation, inheritance, and could be polymorphism. There are, it could be polymorphism. I would just verbally explain you something. Let's say there is some search box on a website. And there are two search boxes, or there could be one search box on one page and one search box on the other page. Imagine, do you understand me? Yeah. So there are two search boxes, one in page A, the other one in page B. And then you need to create specific method that automates or tests those search boxes. What you can do is you can create one method in the parent class that describes those two pages. And then you can override those two methods for page A and for page B. So search box in page A could be a little bit different. Maybe it accepts only numbers, numeric inputs. The search box in the page B, it could accept only, let's say, words. Numerics like characters, they're not accepted. So for these two should be tested differently. Or let's say there is something common on two websites, page A and page B, but they have something in common, but they should be tested a little bit differently. So you cannot use the same thing for both of these pages. You use overriding and overloading. Question number 1. What is overriding? Overriding.
No, dynamic is polymorphism. It's runtime polymorphism.
Okay.
The same thing, same. Same.
Is it done in the same class or in the parent subclass relationship?
Parent.
Parent subclass.
So overriding is in the parent and subclass relationship.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Yeah, maybe overloading. Overloading is done within the same class. Is it true?
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. And there are some other types of polymorphism, something called upcasting, downcasting. We'll cover it today. So let's do this. And I have one one real coding interview problem from real company again. So let's say, guys, you have this. So here we have, let's say these are tags, tag, open tag and closing tag. Can you say that this string is balanced, guys? It has enough open text and it has enough closing text. The number of these two is the same.
Yes.
It's balanced. And then how about this one?
Yes.
It's balanced. How about this? Then let's say it's again balanced, yeah? But there could be this kind of thing. And this one is not balanced. It's a real coding interview problem. We'll cover it at the end of the class, how to solve it. We use a for loop and just use two extra variables. How about this? Let's say laptop, and you need to display in the output the number of L, let's say, is repeated one time. A is repeated one time. P is repeated 2 times. T is repeated 1 time, and then O is repeated again 1 time. Do you have any idea how would you solve this one? You already know how to solve it. For loop, yeah, for loop should be used. And then, all right, which data structure will you use? No. So what data structures do you know so far, guys? Data structure. Data structure, what does it mean? Data structure. It's something that stores, yeah, multiple values. Regular array is a data structure. Okay, array list. Let me just write here data structures. Regular array, array list, and let's just group them. Sets and maps, yeah? All right. Which one of these 5 data structures will you consider, guys, for this problem?
Regular array.
Regular array, array list. All right, I would do this. I would use map, guys.
Maybe not, yeah.
So it's again a key value format. It's L1, A1, P2, T1, and O once. So for this one, we use a for loop, if, and a hash map. And this problem can be called as frequency of characters. Frequency of characters. It's also a pretty popular one. So let me open our, so before guys, we open the presentation. Any questions? Maybe something was not clear for you from yesterday that I can explain you right now. I will explain, yeah, polymorphism. I have a presentation for polymorphisms.
Overriding, right? Overriding is a little bit harder than overloading.
Overriding and overloading.
A little bit easier than overloading.
Okay. So let's understand the difference between these two. First, before I open this, these two assignments, they are very interesting. So here we cover the inheritance. We have a base class animal, we have subclass dog, and we have main, Here we have only 3 classes. Only 3 Java classes are involved for this problem. Then there is another assignment, this one. Appliance, 2 methods, turn off, turn on and turn off. And then here, additional class, washing machine, and then main. So washing machine and appliance, what's the relationship between this washing machine and appliance?
It's a parent, appliance is a parent class and the washing machine is a child class.
Yeah, and how about this turn on and turn off? Is it true that all washing machine objects will have access to this turn on and turn off methods? Yeah,
Yes.
because they're inherited, yeah, from parent class. All right, how about this? What if we had 3 classes? 3 classes, it's, let's say, person, employee, and teacher. Will teacher have access to methods and variables from person class? So teachers will have access to members only of employee class. Yeah? No. So everything that you have even here in the object, or everything that you have here is accessible in the teacher class. But employee cannot access things from teacher. But here, no matter how many labels we have here, if we have in the person class some method, give me any random method. It could be sleep. So is it true that teachers can sleep? Yeah. So teacher can access sleep method. So doesn't matter the depth of this label, you can access everything. So here this washing machine class has its own specific method, such as start wash cycle. This method accepts the wash cycle time and then prints washing machine is running for the given minutes. Given minutes we take from the parameter. And then here, if the parameters value is 10, then it should display you here. Washing machine is running for the 10 minutes. If it's 25, then it should display you for the 25s. So instead of this hard-coded string, you use here variable. And then it will display you the time. So everything is very easy. We have done it on the inheritance class for day 50. We have done similar thing. And then, what do you think, guys? What's a polymorphism?
It's one of the principles of OOP.
It's one of the principles of OOP, yeah? Okay. Besides that,
Same method for different objects.
same method for different. So polymorphism. What does this word mean, guys? It's when, yeah, it's when something such as an object can have multiple forms. By multiple forms, we mean there could be the same method, but for the object, it could be different. So we have animal class and then we have dog class. Dog class can have the same method, but it runs differently. There is different implementation. It could be animal, and then it could be dog that extends this animal. And then if we have here void sleep method, does dog class inherit this method?
Yes.
Yeah. What if I create here another void sleep method?
Yeah, we can.
And how is it called?
Overriding, method
It's
overriding.
called method overriding. Yeah, it's when now doc object has its own form of method. If you remove this, Now dog has the same form of behavior as the animal has. It's very easy, guys. Polymorphism, it's only about method overriding, method overloading, and then sometimes there is something called, let me explain you this. Let's say we have animal. It's a parent class. And then let's say we have dog and cat subclasses. And then let me create here very quickly one dog and then two cats. So one cat, cat one. And then guys, with polymorphism, we can create a list. And then here, if I write here dog, so it could be array list. Is it possible to create such kind of array list? This kind of array list of dog objects. Yeah? Or we always create array list of integer, string. Can we create an array list of car objects? Did we create before?
Yes, it did.
A list of car objects we have created before. A list of bank accounts, a list of students. So here you can pass anything. It could be car. Then in this array list you can store only cars. So now, what do you think? If I add here dog, and then if I add here cat, will it allow me to add to this array list a cat1 object?
It will not.
Now have a method.
Can you repeat?
Have a method.
Which method?
Any method.
Why do you need methods?
That sounds easy.
So we have an array list. What are the methods of each array list? These are add, get, remove, set, size methods. So this is an array list, docs. And then we add to this array list doc1. And then we add to this array list cat1. Is this something possible?
Yes.
Not right now, because this array list is only for
Dog.
dogs. But if you make it animal, then now this array list can store objects of many forms. It can store objects of dog form, of cat form. So now this array list can store this dog1 and cat1. But if it's cat only, then we can't add to this array list a dog. So let's call it this kind of polymorphism. Common type collection polymorphism. This is polymorphism. Next. So next thing is I have specific slides for this key points in this presentation. So polymorphism, it's one of the OOP's principles. And when we say polymorphism, it's something that refers to an object's ability. Object can have multiple forms through those methods. It enables treatment of objects of different classes as objects of a common superclass. What do you think? Does this example explains this thing? When polymorphism enables some objects of dog class and cat class to be of the same type. So here, this dog and cat have the same type. Their type of class is different. This dog1 is object of dog class, but its type can be animal. Type can be animal. Why I can add here to this array list dog1 object and cat1 objects? What's the thing that enables us to do so?
Parent class.
they have common parent class, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And their common parent class enables us to treat them as some objects of a common superclass, which is animal. So in very simple words, this polymorphism allows you to treat your objects differently. It could be this type of polymorphism, or it could be this type of, like, if you call it for cats, it might display something different, only cat specific. For dog, it might display something specific only to dogs, but they have common animal class. And this it method could be described in the animal class as well. We'll create a few examples for this. So here, polymorphism, guys. So here we have a person, just a regular person. This regular person can be a student. This regular person can be a student. This regular person might be an employee somewhere. He can be a father somewhere. He can be a client in the grocery store. He can be a student in some, let's say, university for graduate program. So this object can take up multiple forms, or he can have multiple methods that are implemented differently. Here, one more example, guys. So here we have a security guard. And example one, a security guard outside the organization behaves differently. For example, here this person can behave differently with different people. When it comes to the boss, he'll be very polite, right? With the boss, he'll talk very polite, but then with other people, he might be rude. He might keep the regular form of conversation, but with the boss, he's always polite. So he acts with the boss different. He says, "Good morning, sir." But when it comes to maybe other boss or other person, he says this. When it comes to a regular, like a person, just a citizen, he might ask for their ID. So this person can behave differently. It can have multiple forms. So polymorphism also can be done through something called abstraction that we didn't cover yet. One question: can we in Java implement multiple inheritance so that one class extends two classes or three classes?
No.
Yeah. So here, can a master student extend student and employee?
No.
No.
No, if it's classes in Java, it's not possible. But as soon as we cover those interfaces, we will learn interfaces. It's a special classes that enable us to make this multiple inheritance. All right, how do we call this type of inheritance? This one. Specifically, this
Multi-level, yeah.
multi-level, yeah. How about this one?
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy.
Hierarchical, yeah. This one is
Single.
Single.
single, right? Single inheritance. So types of polymorphism. Mainly there are two types. I think you got them from yesterday. It's very easy topic, guys, this polymorphism, overriding and overloading. And I have at the end here few examples how polymorphism could be used by developers, how it could be used by testers. All right. So here, types of polymorphisms. So which one is achieved, guys, through having multiple methods with the same name?
First one, static polymorphism.
Overloading, yeah. And this one is overriding, can be called as runtime polymorphism, because Do you know why we call them runtime and why we call them compile time?
Yes, methods being decided if it's decided during the runtime, it's called runtime polymorphism. If it's decided according to the reference, then it's called compile time.
So when it's a runtime polymorphism, when you, let's say, when you use some object and you call a specific method, it will be determined at the runtime when you call a specific method of object. But when it's overloading, it's done in the compile time. So when you compile your code, what means compile? Means running your code. When you run your code, this compile time polymorphism is done. It, let's say, it loads those multiple methods with the same name into the system. And then when you like call the, let's say, methods, it will be determined at the compile time, which method to call, first one, second one, or third one at the time of compilation. I think this examples for you very easy, guys. Compile time polymorphism. So here we have two methods. Can we call it compile time polymorphism, guys? Maybe this slide can be can have multiple mistakes here. There could be. Do you think it's compile time polymorphism, like overloading?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Maybe it should be int here,
No,
returning
it
type
can
int.
be different data. I mean, data types, parameters in
Return
overload.
type can be different.
Different.
What should be the same always?
Name
The
of
name
the
of the method.
method.
Method name should be always the same. The returning data type can be different, and this parameters list can be different. We can create here, can we call it overloading? If we create here third method, string add, and it accepts 0 parameters. String add method. Yeah? Yeah. The only important part is that the method names are the same. Parameters list can be different. It can have 0 parameters or 2 or maybe more. And the returning type should be the same.
Input type different.
So parameters list could be int a, int b. For third method, it could be int a, int b, int c, or it could be array of strings, any. So it's compile time polymorphism. And then runtime polymorphism. In runtime, for the runtime polymorphism, should we guys make inheritance? Should we implement inheritance relationship for runtime?
Yes, we need.
Yeah, there should be extends keyword used. It's runtime polymorphism. So it occurs when a subclass provides its own implementation. Maybe you have specific technique, let's say to study, or you have specific technique to cook a special food, let's say plov. But maybe your kid or somebody else has their own implementation, has their own technique. Maybe you cook plov in 100 minutes, maybe 200, and then you use different ingredients. But there could be other person who use the different implementation. So this is called runtime polymorphism, or how do you call it in other words?
Dynamic
Method overriding.
or
Oh.
overriding.
Overriding, yeah, method overriding. So if I create an object of, so take a look at these two classes, animal, dog, animal and dog. And let's say this is main, and I create here an object of dog. And if I call this dog's sound method, what will be displayed here in the output? Animal makes a sound or dog barks?
Animal makes a sound.
Dog barks if it's overriding.
So here we have two same methods. One is inherited from parent class. One is specified in the dog class. So here, what's we use here class of like dog class we use to create an object. So which method is the closest one for the dog class?
Dog barks.
Dog
Dog
barks method. So it will call its own method. Why? It needs to rely on the parent class method if we already have our own method.
Use the parent class method, but implement their own.
Yeah, if we remove this method from here, then it will rely on the parents method, But if you have already your own, why do you need to use the parents method if you have your own? How about this scenario, guys? Let's say this very quick thing. It's logical thing, plus A, and then public plus A. All right. Is it a constructor, guys? Is this a constructor? No, what is it?
It's a method.
Class
Yeah,
name.
it seems like a method, but it's a wrong method. So to make it constructor, we should have only public constructor name and parameters list. So it's constructor. It always has the same name as the class name. It should be here this way. And then this one displays constructor A. Then I create here multiple classes. Or let me create here just one class, class B, constructor B. Let me make it a little bigger. And then we have here main class. And here we have main method. And then here I create object of B, new B. If we run this main method, will it display something in the output?
Yes.
Constructor B.
What should be displayed?
B. Constructor B.
It should display constructor B, guys, and constructor A as well. Constructor B and constructor A. So the output will be, so sometimes it's confusing, but in the output, I believe it should be this way. It should display as constructor A and then constructor B. Why? So very easy, guys. So when you create an object of B, is it true that it will go inside the B constructor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it true?
Yes.
Yes.
So when it goes here, and then do we need to call here? Oh, just a second. Let me make it extends
Yeah.
A. So do we need to make here super A? Do we need to call here constructor of super class?
No.
No, we don't need to. We don't need to. But if we had here
Yes.
a parameter, then we must call this super. We must call this super. But if there is no parameter here, no parameters list, then it will call the constructor of A automatically. Even if you don't call it, there will be invisible this thing. You don't see it, but it will call first constructor of parent class. So when you create this object, it goes to constructor of which class? A or B first?
B.
It goes to constructor of B. Then there is invisible
A.
super line. It goes to constructor A. It runs this and then comes back here. Displays this and then goes back here and then it's done. So this is why we have here two lines. All right. If we had this,
Sorry, I have a question.
Then, yeah, if we had 0 constructors in the class A, then it would be something like this. And this one is automatic thing. This one comes itself with Java. Now, what's your question?
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify, like, you just created in the main method the object of B and you didn't call the method of B class. I didn't get how it, the constructor A is printed out.
When object of B is created, it like doesn't matter, object of B, object of cat, object of car, it always goes to its constructor. Is it true?
Yes.
Yeah, and then before displaying this, we see that there is a parent class relationship, subclass and parent class. So because of this, there will be invisible super keyword called here, super. And then this will go to, this will make us enter this constructor. We display this and then come back, and then this line is displayed because of this invisible super constructor. How about this? What will be in the output if we have this?
Constructor B.
Just constructor
B.
B. Because here, when it goes to constructor B, it calls super still, but there is no code for constructor of A. So that's why nothing is displayed for class A. So there will be a question regarding this thing in the quiz. Okay, polymorphism allows you a dynamic method resolution. So the decision of which method to invoke is made at runtime based on the object's actual type. So here, animal, my dog, new dog. This is something possible in Java. So here, the type of object is animal, but the object's class is dog. Yeah. So in this case, if you do this, dog has its own methods. Let's guys come up with methods that are defined in the animal class. Some common methods for animal. What every animal can do.
The animal is sleeping.
Or make sound.
Yeah. Let's describe this behavior. So sound, sleep, and eat. Sound, sleep, and eat. And then what specifically dogs only can do?
Bark. Eat bones.
Let's say hunt, okay? So it's something that dogs only can do. So now we have an animal class with 3 methods. These methods are, what are the methods? Sleep, eat, and sound, 3 methods. Is it true that all dogs have access to those sleep, eat?
Yes, it's true.
Yeah. So let me quickly create for you this. So here we have animal class, and then there is a method sound with some system out print line. Then there is eat, and then instead of this dots, we have here system out print line. Animal sounds, animal eats, and then here void for sleep. Yeah, for sleep, and this. And then we have another class dog that extends animal. So next, does this dog class have access to the sound, eat, and sleep methods?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and let's create its own specific method. Void hunt. And then our main class with a main method. All right, if I create here an object of dog, dog1, yeah, it's being recorded, new dog. And then what are the methods we can access through this object?
Hunt.
hunt. Is
There are
this only hunt?
four methods.
Yeah, four methods.
Hunt, sound, eat, and sleep. Yeah. And then if we do this, guys, it's something called upcasting. Something called upcasting. We have it in polymorphism. Upcasting. Let me write here. Upcasting, downcasting. It's something not really popular, but let me give you an idea about it. So if we write here animal, now what are the things that every animal can do?
Sleep, eat, sound.
Sleep, eat, and sound. So now this dog object can access only sleep, eat, and sound methods. We don't have access to hunt method. We no more have access to this hunt method because the type of this object is animal. Yeah, now it has type of its superclass. But if it's this way, dog, now we have access to how many methods?
Four.
4. This way we have access to only 3 methods. Yeah, and the same applies to this array list. If we have array list of animal, and then okay, and then this all objects. Is it true that in this array list we can store cats, dogs, parrots, lions? Yeah,
Yes.
but all of them will be able to only sound, eat, and sleep. We won't be able to access their own specific methods because now we made this upcasting. Now all of them of the same type. Because let's say this, in this array list, can we traverse this array list using a for loop? Yeah? All right, let's traverse. What will be the type on the left if I would like to use enhanced loop? A for each loop.
Animal.
It will be animal I here, and then here on the right,
Animals.
animals. Okay, and then let me just, for our example, create here two objects of dog, new dog, and then cat, new cat, plus cat extends animal. Let's come up with something that only cats can do.
Yo, it's climbing, what?
Catch
Let's
mouse.
let's make climbing, okay? Yeah. Good example. Climb. Okay. This is something that cats only can do. So how many times will this for loop run?
Size like
Size
Yeah,
of the
and what
animals.
size of the animals array list?
2.
No, it's 0. We created this object. Did we add them to this array list? We didn't add them yet. So here, if we add them, and then this for loop now runs 2 times. Yeah. In the first iteration, it will be dog, yeah? We will access the dog. Let's say this, I dot hunt. It will work for dog, but when it comes to cat, to the second object, will we be able to call hunt for cat? No, logically no, because cats can only climb and sound, eat, sleep. So we cannot use here their own specific. We cannot use their own specific methods. So it should be only common methods. It's the same for array list. Now we can call only animal methods, sound, eat, and sleep. We can call here eat. We can call here sound. We can call here sleep. But we cannot access their own specific methods. To make this access, we need to do downcasting. We'll see it in examples when we create these classes. So here, will we be able to, yeah, when you call this method, let's say doc has its own method. Its own method. Which method will be called? Animals sound method or doc's sound method?
Animal sound method.
Animal,
Dogs.
yes, in this case.
Doc's sound method. The
Ah,
closest one is doc. Doc can access its own methods. But if there is some specific method, if we had here hunt, then doc won't be able to access that hunt. But this sound method is shared. We have it in the animal and in the doc class itself. So it's another thing that we will cover in the examples.
But it's an animal type. Animal, my dog is equal to new dog.
Yeah. Will still display the dog barks because because animal has the sound method and dog has the sound method, right? Both of them have. But if it was this case, animal doesn't have hunt method, then this my dog hunt method won't work here. So why it displays dog barks instead of animal sounds? Because animal has sound method and dog class has sound method. That's why it displays dog's own.
Okay.
So with is it true that for polymorphism, to use polymorphism, you should always use inheritance? You should
Yes.
implement inheritance in your code.
Not all,
Yes,
not all.
not always.
Overloading.
For overloading, we don't need inheritance, right? We need only one class, and overloading is done using methods of with the same name. So with polymorphism and with inheritance together, we can have only one method here, and then if dog also is able to sound, eat, and sleep, we can create them in one place. And then if we decide that animals now cannot sound, we can just remove this method from, let's say, dog and cat. Can they sound? Yeah, they can sound. But let's say it's something abnormal, not normal thing, but let's say out of nowhere, cats and dogs cannot sound. Then we can remove this method only from the animal class. Now, is it true that dogs and cats cannot sound?
Yeah.
Yes, because we were inheriting this method from animal. If animal cannot sound, then dog and cat both cannot sound. So because of this inheritance, we can remove it only here, and it will be removed from dog and cat. What if we had this method in the dog class and in the cat class and in the elephant and in the lion class? And if out of nowhere, animals, they stop to make some sounds, then we will need to remove these methods from all those classes, from dog, from cat, from elephant. But this inheritance helps us to make reusability. We can create it only once here. So usually polymorphism and inheritance, they always come together. Okay, polymorphism in action, in real example. Let's say some website to buy some item. It could be iPhone, it could be adapter or any device. And we have different payment processes, different payment types. It could be PayPal, it could be credit card, it could be debit card. So we can have, okay, it's something that we'll cover later, but if it was a class, is it true that this process payment method will be inherited by credit card class and by PayPal payment? If we create it here only, okay, how do we call this guys? Let's say this is payment, it's a parent. And then we have one more method here. Why do we create it here if it's already in the parent, in the payment. How do we call this process? When you create this method with the same name in the subclass, how is it called?
Overloading.
Overloading.
Overriding, yeah? Overriding. When you create the same method in the subclass.
Oh yeah, if they're in different class.
A subclass has method, but it provides its own implementation. So for credit cards, there will be some code that does credit cards transaction. So just for the sake of understanding, we wrote just one system out print line. But in reality, there will be a lot of lines of code. There will be logic. For PayPal payment, the same. PayPal is done differently. So credit card payment and PayPal payment are two different types. The same transaction. Can I say credit card payment and PayPal payment? Both of them are payment transactions. Both of them are payment transactions, but
Yes.
they're done differently, yeah? They're done differently. So there could be used this overriding. We have one method in the parent, and then we can override them in the subclasses. Okay, this one is called polymorphism with collection. Example, polymorphism allows you to store in an array list or in a list. All right. When you take a look at this line, is it something like, let's say, animal and then dog? So is list a parent for array list? Do you remember from that hierarchy collections? Here, if you take a look, list is a parent for array list. So here we can use array list type and we can use list type. All right. So then we can add to this array list dogs and cats. All right. Will we be able to call inside this for each loop dog specific methods? No, yeah? Because when it comes to the cat object doesn't have hunt method, yeah? Yeah, here we can call only their common methods, only animal methods, yeah. And then when it comes to calling this method, it will call dog's own sound method. For cat, it will call cat's own method. It calls their overridden method of the actual object type, which is the dog and cat. Let's guys take a look at this. Let's say you are developers and you have this task. You need to work on some e-commerce project, and then you need to create some code to support multiple payment methods. Your website won't be very popular if there is only one payment method by PayPal only. What if you don't have PayPal? Can we maybe lose, guys, lots of customers if we have only PayPal payment system on the e-commerce? Yes, but if you have multiple payment systems, then we might have more and more clients. So by using polymorphism, developer can create a common class. Interface is another principle that we learn in the abstractions. So we can create in, let's say, a class, a method, and then we can override them or implement them in different subclasses. So let's say this is a class, and then each subclass provides their own logic. So probably credit card payment will be done through bank. PayPal payment, it could be done only through the PayPal website. Credit card payment it has like broad options. There is credit card for Bank of America, credit card for Chase. There are different credit cards. But is it true, guys, that credit card payment and PayPal payment, they'll be deep inside the or behind the website, they're done differently. When you use PayPal method, it's not gonna do the same as it does with credit card payment. PayPal payment, it's not probably a Visa or MasterCard.
Different way.
Yeah. So here, what could be done? So here we have one more method, one more class to make a method. So payment. What could be payment, guys? What could be payment? Payment can be. Does this payment processor has a parent class? There is no parent class. Okay. So look, we create here an object of payment processor. Object of payment processor and object of credit card, then object of PayPal. This processor, it's something that helps to make a payment. It's something that helps to make a payment. So here, when this method is called, what are the two things that should be given to this method when this make payment is called? When this method is called, what are the two things that should be given to this method?
Parameters.
Double A and
Parameters. Value A and value B. And here in this one, what are the two things that should be given to this method when it's called?
payment method and amount.
Amount.
Yeah, payment method and amount. So this payment method can be credit card and can be PayPal payment. Is it true that they both share the same parent class? Yeah. So look, we have here an object of payment processor. And how many methods do we have inside this class? Only one, make payment. And then we have here two objects, credit card and PayPal. Let's take a look at them. So here in credit card and in debit card, we have process payment methods. All right, the thing that I would like to explain to you is this. What are the two things that should be accepted by this method, make payment?
Payment method, amount.
Payment method and amount. So payment method can be, guys, credit card or can be PayPal. It can be credit card and PayPal. Why we can pass credit card and why we can pass here PayPal? Because here they both share the same parent class. Yeah, here we say payment. So here we can accept credit card payment or PayPal payment because they both share the same. If I do this, here I have dog and cat, these two methods, classes. And I have here animal class. And then let's say I have another class. Let's say animal savings, let's say hospital. Animals hospital, and this is a class, and here in this class we have one method, public void, let's say register pet, register a pet. And what do you think? If it's an animal hospital, we can register in this hospital only cats but not dogs. What do you think about this? Should we make this register pet to register both of these, dogs and cats, or cats only, or dogs only?
Dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats, both of them are pets. Both of them are pets. So we can do here animal, animal. animal and animal. So look, can I create here an object of animal hospital?
Yes, you
Yeah, let's say animal hospital, new animal hospital. Let me change its name. It should be hospital. Okay. What are the methods that we have in the animal hospital class?
Register pet.
Register.
Register pet. All right. Let me create here quickly two animals, a cat and then a dog. All right. But they both share the same parent class. It's animal. So we can guys count them as animals. Can we count dog and cat as animals? Yeah, because they have parent class animals. So when I call this register pet method, I can pass here cat, I can pass here dog also, because we can accept any animal. But if we'll be specific to cats, now we cannot pass dog. It should be only cat. The same applies to this example. Here, we can accept payment, any payment. So here we have two types of payments, credit card payment and PayPal payment. Both of them are subclasses of payment. Can we call credit card payment is type of payment? How about PayPal payment? Is it some type of payment? Yeah.
Yes.
So we can pass both of this credit card and PayPal to here because they both share the same parent. It's the same as this example, guys. Register pet. If we do here animal, can this hospital register dogs and cats at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
same here. Now this method can accept any payment type. It can be credit card payment type, it can be PayPal. Okay, what if I make it, let's say, cat? When you call this method, can you pass here dog? No, dog
No.
has different type. All right, how about this? Animal, and here if you make it animal, and here animal. That could be in this case. Can we pass here dog?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Now, like, it's the same. Now, cat and dog objects have type animal, but they're objects of cat class. Now we can access for this cat and object, this methods. For cat object, what are the methods that we can access? Yeah.
Climb.
All right. We cannot access climb method because we don't have it in the animal class. We can access sound, eat, and sleep. All right. How about dog? Can we access hunt method? No. How about this? Let's say in the cat class, I'm gonna create one method called sound. How do we call this process? This one. If we have it already in the parent class, how do we call it?
Overriding.
It's overriding. Here you're gonna have some something like a icon.
Blue icon.
Override. And then if I do here this, cat is sleeping. Cat is sleeping. And when I call here method sleep, which sleep method will be called? The one in the animal class or the one in the cat class?
In the cat class.
The one in the in the cat class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cat class. But we cannot call this climb because it's not given in the animal. How about sound or sleep? Is it given in the animal class? Yeah. So when you call cat.sleep, it will access its own because we have this sleep in the parent class. So what should be displayed for this line? It should be cat is sleeping. It should be cat is sleeping. Yeah. Okay. How about testers, guys? Let's say you're a tester and you need to develop some testing framework. So it might be different in some company, but it's just like overview. What do you understand by high level and low level thing, guys? What comes to your mind when I say high level explanation and low level explanation?
High level is like a big picture,
Mm-hmm.
more broad, general, and low it's inside of it, details, more detailed parts.
Mm-hmm. High level is when you describe it only, when you talk about only the big picture, when you describe only top of it maybe. Low level is when you go into details, when you explain everything about what does it do, why does it do, and how does it do. But high level, it's big picture only. You don't cover most of the parts. You just give some idea, not the whole idea. So here, you're gonna see an example of a high level explanation. So let's say QA automation engineer's perspective. How do they use polymorphism? How do they use polymorphism? So a QA automation engineer is developing some testing framework that needs to run tests across different types of applications. So they need to run web tests for web browsers. They need to run mobile tests for, let's say, iPhone or Android, and then API tests for endpoints. So using polymorphism, they can create one class. Let's say it's class, not interface. One class, common class for running tests, which allows us for easy overriding. Here we create one method, run test, and then here we have subclasses, web test, mobile app test, and API test. But like it's not gonna be this way, guys, in your real projects when you work. It's just a high level thing to give you explanation. But in a real job, it's not gonna be this way. It will be different, and we will learn it later. Once we move to the automation part, you will learn it later. So here for web app test and mobile app test and for API test, what do you think? There is some browser. On that browser, we can open websites. Let me open some page such as Amazon.com. This is the web page. And how about this, guys? Do we have application that runs on our mobile devices? And that application opens this Amazon, but on our devices. And we download it right from App Store. Do we have it?
Yes.
You have mobile Amazon, right? Mobile app Amazon. And to test that mobile app, we need different tools. To test this browser, Selenium is enough to test this browser. Not the browser, but this web page. To test the mobile app, we need something called Appium, another framework. So it's done differently. But there is a common idea. We need to test something. For mobile app, for web app, it can be called test the, let's say, search box. Test search box. I could rename it to test search box. Let me check if I have this class here. Day53. All right, this can be test search box. And then here I have this. This one is extends, extends, extends. All right. So if you need to test the search box and it's a browser and web page, for web page, only Selenium is enough. We can write here system.println. Selenium is used to test search box on the Chrome browser. When it comes to mobile app, Selenium is not enough. We need another framework, Appium. And when it's API test, you need the other thing. It's called rest assured. On a high level, this all tests, test search box, test search box, test search box here, they all test the same thing, the search box. But for Chrome, for mobile app, for API test, it's done differently. Can we use polymorphism if something is done in different way?
Yes.
Let's say cooking plov. Parent cooks it maybe with some extra ingredients, and then for child, it could be son, he needs only maybe 10 ingredients, but parent needs 12 ingredients to make it special, or vice versa. The son needs 12 ingredients to make it special, but it can use the parent's technique to cook the plov. Here, this test search box might describe only basic thing, but then web app test, mobile app test classes, they do different tests. Here we use Appium, here we use rest assured, but it's on a high level explanation. In real world, it doesn't work this way. For web application tests, we create only one project for, let's say, web tests. You create this. You don't create, there will be already in your company a project with the web tests. Or if they're like, if they don't have any QA automation tests, then if you are the first QA automation tester there, then probably you're gonna create that project, and its name could be web tests. And for mobile application automation tests, it could be mobile app test, or it could be not just mobile app test, but let's say bank app test, and then mobile. We don't create every tests in the same project. It will be confusing because there are different types of testers: mobile tester, UI tester, API tester, and they don't work on the same project. By project, I mean the same IntelliJ IDEA project. They work on different projects. Okay, what could be done by this? Let's say Amazon. This Amazon, is this something we have on all Amazon web pages? This search box. Is this something that we see always in the search, this search box, something that we see always on this website? Whether you go here, whether you go here, no, here we don't have, but if we go to any place of this website, we always see the search box. Is it true?
Yes.
So
Yes.
for UI testing, it could be something like this. It is like really how it's done in the framework. There you create some base class, like let's call it base page. And then in this base page, we create here something like, let's say, element, and this element's name is search box. And then there are other pages. For example, class, how would you name this page? I would name this page Amazon Home. Amazon Home. Class Amazon Home page. And this page will extend base page. So if it extends base page, is it true that Amazon home page will have access to the search box?
Yes.
Yeah, so you will be able to test the search box through Amazon home page. So whenever you need to use, whenever you need to test Amazon home page, you can access the search box because it's inherited from the base page. And there are other classes such as it could be, actually it could be any page. On any page, we can see the search box except this sign in. Here we don't see it. Even here in the registry, we see it. It could be registry page and it extends base page. So here you could have some method to type something in the search box. Type into the search box something. And here you have your string. And here you write some code to type. Type something in the search box. And then this is just the skeleton, the structure for your framework. Then you create the testing part, the logic part. You have another package for this classes. You have a package called, let's say, how do you call it? Let's call it pages. Yeah, package pages. And then these classes are inside the package pages. And then we have other package for tests. Tests. And then here we have a class to test this base page. Class base page. And then here there are different tests. How can you test this base page? In this base page, there should always be, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 15 menu options. So here public void menu options, base page tests, and then class Amazon home page tests, and then here Amazon homepage tests. But then as you learn some other tool called Cucumber framework, it will be a little bit different. Let me just quickly show you how will your framework look like. So it could be something like this. All right, let me just open this. Okay, so here, this is how your framework where you work look like. Like probably the structure will be pretty same. You're gonna have models, you're gonna have pages. For example, pages, this package. This one, pages, base page, Amazon homepage, registry page, here pages, and then here we have pages, admin page, homepage, login page. Here we write all coding part, everything about coding, the tests. Actually, it's not gonna be this way. You're not gonna have API and UI tests in the same framework. But here it's just, this one is only for students. So here, UI tests for Orange HRM pages. These are the tests. Here we write only let's say, not the coding part, just the verbal part. Here we describe the test. Test should enter the username in the search field. Then the test should click in the search box. Then once you do something, there should be record found. If you do search, it should find something. Then user clicks admin menu selection. So where is the code for this? Everything is So the code is here. The other thing is called, where is it? It's right here. Something that describes those tests. So this is a scenario. Scenario is one test case. Find user. How do you find the user? User goes to the web page. Let me do this. User goes to some web page. User enters username and password. Then user clicks the login button. Then when you click login button, it doesn't guarantee that you are logged in. You still need to check whether you are really logged in or not. So the user should be logged in. For example, guys, I don't know if I'll be able to pass here. So let's say, guys, I pass here my phone number, then I pass here my password, and then I click the login button. How can you check if you are logged successfully in or not? If I pass here my email
will-
and password, I click login.
It will redirect to another page.
Your page should be changed. It should be
Mhm.
changed. The thing that you see here, something like URL should change. Or maybe you will see some window that says you are successfully logged in. So there will be something. When you work somewhere, you will know beforehand. Okay, if I log in, there will be some window. And then how you will check it through that window or maybe some success message. So you'll be able to check it. So here it says the user should be logged in. Then user clicks the search box. It looks for admins and then admin should be found. This is just this is something that describes those tests. And then the code behind this is written in this package. Let's see. Where is it? Here. The admin enters username in the search field. And let's find the same thing here. The admin enters username in the search field. The code for this line is here. The admin enters the username in the search field. So this is how your framework will look like in the future. There is other person. Let me his name is, I'll not say the name, but he works at some company and they do the same thing. They have this package. I was helping that person last year in 2023 to create his project. He just had 2 jobs and he gave one of his jobs to me so that I can complete and solve his problems. And the package, everything looked the same. There is models page, there is pages, there is step definitions, utilities. This is the basic structure of your future framework. Let's go back to this presentation. Okay, right after this break, I have here for you guys practice tasks and I have interview coding problem. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. So you have a break for 15 minutes.
Yedi gene. Yedi gene soğuk değil. Soğuk. Сделал. Сделал. Там трогай. Короче, не в этом. С тобой ялкаться было, там нужно доедать, хапать это лишнее. Ладно, как по-английски. Да. Ты больше не пишет, бывает, слушай, не лезу, да. 20-30 долларов, там, деревянная класса. А,
What do you teach this to Tanah? Using them.
Мудрички. Да. О, иглы, да.
Ne yüzünden tavs? Ne yüzünden tavs? Beni görmek olmazsan konuştak. Niye? Ne olacağım? Doyucu? Anladım. Onu nasıl? Ne yapıyorsun?
Tepetler baştan gösterip karalamanda falan.
Hatırlıyorsun da tavs etti. Ne yüzünden tavs? Ne yüzünden tavs? Bilemiyorum. Kamera bir şey çok hoş kaldı. Sen bekliyor musun? O zaman
Going on, everybody? It's Bro.
Vah. Falan yok mu? Ben sadece indim.
Kaçta çıktık? 26'da çıktık. 35 9'unda. Bilmiyorum, ne oluyor? İşte çıkıyoruz gerekli ne olacak?
Вам ничего не надо. Здоровая, каш рутин, молодым. Типа, каждая девушка попала в Америку. Очень интересно, здоровая каш рутин, где наоборот, как по мнению мальчиков, типа, они описывают каких-то девушек в Америке, короче. Где вода рутин. Здоровая рутин.
Типа можешь написать, Аннет, каждая девушка в Америке глазами мужчины, глазами парня.
А что на молодого каш рутин? Все молодого каш рутин.
И типа стараюсь ничего говорить.
Я кыздага ташынсам молодого шака хатып мекта. Каждая девушка попала в Америку, значит, каждая кыргызская девушка попала в Америку, хатып мекта.
Которая попала в Америку.
Ой, что интересно. Реально душно. Уже да, куда даже там точно как не смешно, да? Каждая девушка, каждая кыргызская девушка попала в Америку.
Папа приехал.
Попал в Америку.
Переехал.
Переехал, да?
Переехал.
Реально. А, здесь, да, он не поможет. Быстрее говорят, кыргызский не было. Не конкретнее. По мнению, календарь идет по мнению парней или человека. Ой, да?
Вот так что надо завтра. Давай нельзя спать.
А, вот, назвать это человека. А, отлично. болды ғой жаңа сұрақ бар.
Азам бачкасын
Можем чуть догадались. Именно гектар Машин хватало.
Okay. All right, online students, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do this. I have here for you practice tasks. Here, practice task number 1. So, okay. So let's do this. We'll need to create animals hierarchy. It will be animal class, dog class, cat class. So first of all, let's do this. Create package day 53. Package day 53. All right, and then create here class task 1. Now, before creating this task 1, create a package called task 1 because we will be working with multiple classes. Create this task 1 class, task 1 package. So practice task 1. Okay, let me just show it to you. All right. Okay, let me do this. October 19th. All right. Task number 1. Okay. Online students, can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, task number 1, guys. You need to create a class hierarchy for animals, where the base class will be animal and the subclasses will be dog and cat. Very basic implementation for polymorphism. Each animal should have a method called make sound that displays the animal makes some sound. Create animal class and its property name, then create a method make sound. It will be this method. Void make sound method. It displays animal makes sound. Then in the dog class, override the make sound method and display their woof. And then for cat, display this. Very basic. Then in the main method for this one, let's do this. Step number 4, create a main class, create a main method, instantiate objects of dog and cat class. What does it mean, instantiate objects of?
To create
Objects for dog and cat classes. Then create an array list. Let's make it an array list of animal references and store the dog and cat objects there. Then use loop use a for loop to call the make sound method for each animal in the array. Task 1, animal hierarchy. Okay. Everything clear, guys, for you? It's pretty easy one. Then after this one, we have,
For class or right?
so there should be 3, class animal, cat, dog, and main.
With classes or for class?
So there are 3 classes, yeah? Dog, cat, animal. Oh, yeah, 4. It's main. Yeah, it's 4, sorry.
Override method is the same voice method.
Mm-hmm. So you need to create its own specific implementation for dog, because dog makes this sound, woof. Bless you. Okay. You didn't create the dog and cat objects yet. So first, you see, you didn't create them. That's why it's red. All right, let me know, guys, once you're done. So it should display you this two outputs, woof and this.
Yeah, done.
Okay, guys. So let's do it right now together. In this task 1 class, we should create 4 classes. It's animal class, base class, then cat class, and dog class. All right. In the animal class, what are the properties to create here? These are string name, and this is it, yeah? Then a method. There should be public void make sound method, and this one in the animal. It displays animal makes sound. Okay. And the one inside the cat, it should display this string make sound, public void make sound, and this one displays this. All right. So do we have here overriding? Process of overriding.
Yes.
I didn't see this icon to override. There's
Because we
no
didn't say extend.
Extend, yeah.
yeah, should be extends animal to make this overriding. Okay, next for dog the same. Extends animal and then public void make sound. This one displays woof. All right. So here cat and dog classes, and then we need one more class. Main and the main method. So here, first we need to declare
Array.
we need to declare here. Let's see. instantiate objects of dog and cat. So we need to create two objects of dog and for cat. All right. And next step is to create this array list. Let me make it this way, array list of animal, right? What if we do it array list of cat, sadece? Then no, then only cats.
We have, yeah, it's not working for dog.
Yeah, animals new array list. Okay. So here next we use a for loop. In this case, better to go with for each loop. Yeah, for each loop, and then for each animal we call make sound method. And as we run, it should display. It displays nothing.
Cat and dog inside
Didn't
the-
add them to the array list.
We didn't add them yet. So here we need to, we can make list of dog and cat. All right, now we see these two messages. Yeah, everything is here. Create this array list and then use a for loop to call make sound method for each animal in the array. So for each animal we use for each. All right. So in this one, nothing special. You know this. Two objects, array list, and for each. All right, I'll just send it to the Slack. Okay. So next one is practice task 2, guys. So for task 2, if I would like to create here another package, task 2, how should I create this package? How should we create a package for task 2?
Navigate day 43 and create new package.
And then remove the task 1 part, yeah?
Yeah, move the task 1 and
And we have here task 2.
task 1, replace 1 with 2.
Okay. So task 2, guys. So for task 2, it's library system. All right. Is it true that in library, we could have different types of media? It could be a book. What else could be stored in the library, guys? Yeah,
Files,
book.
CD.
It could be CD, it could be magazine, right? So there are types of media. We can call all of them media. We can group them as media. But when it comes to subclasses, it could be book, CD, and other. For example, magazine, it doesn't have its author, but book has. So here, library system. Create the library management system with base class media and subclasses book and magazine. So each media item should have methods to display its details. Create the base class media. There are two properties, title and year, and a method, void display details. This should display title and year, and then book class, and then magazine class. All right, let me set here the timer. All right, let me know if you need to scroll it up to this point. All right. If something is not clear, let me know, guys. So here, implement already means the override, and here it means override.
Can you scroll down a bit?
Yeah, I'm scrolling up.
and finish the book.
Here.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Um, do you want me to scroll it, guys? Okay.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, sure.
when we create an object with this title, author, and year, the order is there is a mistake in the order or no? I mean,
Do you mean, are you using constructor?
yeah.
Okay, for constructor, you can do whatever order you have. It can be title, year, and then author. It can be author, title, and year.
But is there any way, like except constructor, like to do that? I'm wondering.
Yeah, yeah, you can do it without constructor by having like book that title equals, and then you can assign this way.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Let me just add here a few more minutes. For me, what's interesting, guys, is that will you be able to call in the loop this method? Let me know if it shows some red line with an error. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to call this method in the loop. All right, guys, have you done? All right, I have some idea. I'll share it with you right after we open the IntelliJ IDEA. All right, guys. I have some idea, guys. So let me stop it. So let me just do something like this for a moment. So here, it's not 100%, but you will like complete Java by like Thursday, like 5th or 7th of November. And I'd like to propose some idea to Bakabayke so that we're gonna do some test for you. We're gonna have some mock interview to check your Java knowledge, to check what you have learned so far. So it's gonna be like one-on-one, the interviewer and the student, and then we check your knowledge. There will be a list of questions to ask from you to get the idea where you are at, what you know so far. But of course, you will be given list of questions before that interview. What do you think?
When?
By the end of the Java.
Java class?
Yeah.
Next week or the next 2 weeks, right?
Any technical solutions also?
It would be good. Yeah, most of the time, I hope it's gonna be what I have right now in my mind. It's gonna be like 40 minutes interview, 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes only questions, and then 15 minutes given to solve a problem. Yeah, this is what comes to my mind right now. So let's guys do this. Open IntelliJ IDEA. Next, let me close this. Then task number 2. For task number 2, do we need to again create only 4 classes?
Yes.
It's media, book, the magazine, then main. Okay. Main method. So in the media, what are the properties we have in the media? Title and year. All right. All right, guys. So by the way, did you create the constructor?
Yes.
Okay, it's fine. It's not required, but let me show you one thing, very quick thing, a shortcut to create a constructor very quickly. So if you make a right click, and then if you click this generate, then if you choose this constructor, and do you know a shortcut that helps you to select everything? What's the shortcut?
Control A.
Control A or Command A, yeah? So if you do here Command A, and then it selects all of this, and it creates you the constructor immediately. So, or this shortcut Command N, constructor, Control A, and then this. It's useful when you have here like 8, 9 properties, more than 2. All right, so here we have a constructor. Again, right click, generate constructor. If you would like to create constructor with only one parameter, then choose one of this. Or with all of them, then make Control A or Command A, then okay. All right, so here we have 2 properties, and then do we need to create here a method? And the method is public void display what? Display details. And then here we display the title and the year. Title and the year. Is this all for media class?
Yes.
Next,
So-
the book. What are the extra properties to create in the book class?
Outer.
Mhm.
String outer.
String author and
And display method.
okay, yeah, public void display details. Okay, so here we display the author, we display title. Okay, why we cannot access this title right now?
Extends. Book extends.
It should extend first the media, and then
Main.
right, it should media. All right, why is it red? The reason is we created a constructor in the parent class,
Yeah.
and it requires to create it here. So again, we can use the shortcut generate constructor, choose all, okay, and it creates it. Okay, so display details now, title, and then year, author, title, and year. This is book class. Next, we move to magazine class. Extends media, or you can create the constructor just making a right click here, create constructor. But before we need to make sure that we add here extra properties for this magazine. It's
int issue number.
Issue number. Okay. Int issue number. And then we can create this constructor. All right. Later, when you move to the automation part, you will learn another tool that will help you to get rid of these constructors. You will just write here something like constructor, and it will create the constructor automatically for you. Or later you will write here some method name, and that method will be created automatically. So here, public void display details. And then for this one, we display the issue number. Do you need to display author for this one?
No, we
No. Yeah. Then we display the year and title. Issue number, title, and year. So this is all for these three classes: media, book, and magazine.
Sorry, one question. Can we call methods also as functions, or it's different in Java?
In Java, we better call them methods.
Okay, in Python, functions, right? Or
In
something.
Python, C++, and JavaScript, we call their functions.
Okay.
Yeah. So next, we move to the main class here. And then we need to create here two objects of book, one of book, and one for magazine. All right. So here, the data is, okay, The Great Gatsby, this, and 1925. So here we pass title, year, and author. Okay. Title. Title is The Great Gatsby, author, and then year, 1925. All right, so here the year, title, year, and author. Next, it's magazine. So here, for this one, we pass National Geographic 2023, issue number 1. Okay. National Geographic 2023 and number 1. Bless you. Okay, and then we create an array list of media type. Array list of media. We can call it items. We can call it items. Then new array list. And then we pass these two objects, book and magazine, to this items. Items dot add book, items dot add media, magazine. All right, we have here two objects. Next step is to iterate over this array list and call their methods. Items dot for me interesting. Will we be able to call this display details? Okay.
It's working.
It's working, yeah.
Okay. This. Okay, it works. Okay. What do you think? Will we be able to access here items issue number? No. We can access only title and year. We can access everything we have in the media. But this display details methods, we access those things right inside the methods, title, year. For me, what was interesting, guys, is that whether will it print those specific properties. What are the specific properties for book objects? Book specific properties. Author, yeah. For magazine, it's issue number, yeah? Yeah. I thought that it will fail printing here the author name and here issue number. So it works. But The only thing we can't access them. We can't access them this way. So this is the code so far, guys. Let me do this just quickly. All right. Let me do this. I'll move it here. All right. So right now I'm gonna send you guys. So first, have you done? Okay. Let's wait for a few minutes.
Sorry, we are finishing Java in 1 month, right?
No, not in 1 month. It's gonna be in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Weeks.
In
So
2 weeks,
for,
yeah.
for that exam, we need to come better. We come to the campus, right?
No, we can do it online. So it's better for online students doing it online, for offline students doing it offline. But if you're online student and if you want to come on site, you can do it.
Okay. So it's approximately in 2 weeks, right? This exam will be held.
It's just my idea. I'll propose it first, and if we are good, then we're gonna announce it that, hey students, there's gonna be some mock interview for you to check your knowledge, and we will provide you with everything that you need to prepare for that mock interview.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so have you done, guys? Wait, let me just decide. So once you finish, we will start right now the quiz, guys. The quiz for inheritance and polymorphism. I can send it you to your Slack. Okay. All right, so let's move, guys, to the quiz. Here I've got for you a quiz. There are about 15 questions. Let me just quickly send you the link for this. Okay. Then just responder input. Then this. Okay. Link for quiz. All right, I sent you guys the link for the quiz to our WhatsApp group, and I'm sending it here in the Slack. All right, let me know, guys, if you can open it.
Yes, we can.
All right, you can start it, guys. Let me just set the timer for 20 minutes. I believe you should be able to finish it before like in 10 minutes. If you spend for each question just 1 minute. Have you done, guys? Yeah, let me know once you finish. Unfinished? No, it's finished. And we learned it before, like,
I mean, question is not clear.
no, it's clear.
What
Inheritance.
type of relationship does inheritance represent in Java? Has a,
Uh-huh.
is a.
Yeah, it's completed. And I explained which relationship it gives in the inheritance class. Bless you. She made you secret. All right, guys, I think it's enough, right? Have you completed? All right, guys. So let's do this. What's the answer for the question number 1, guys? Just 1 second, guys.
So we shouldn't submit the.
Just a second. Question number 1. So is it A, B, C, D, guys? It's A, right? It's A.
Yeah, why it's A? Like, I couldn't understand this question.
Let's see. So X, Y,
X, Y, Z.
Z. Okay, when
X
do you
is
print?
base.
X
Yeah.
base.
So
Y
here
still.
we have a method that accepts a base. It accepts a base. Is it true that derived is type of base? Is it? Yeah, derived is some
Yeah.
type of base. When you call this doPrint method, when you pass here x, then it calls for that x, its print method. So it prints as base. Then we create an object of derived class. So it's y. So when we pass here y, it calls for that y, its object. For y, its method. So the closest one for this derived y object is its own method, which is derived. Then for object z, when you pass this one, it calls again its own method, which is derived. And how about this one?
It's
Yeah.
must. We cannot extend more than 1 class in Java.
Yeah, we cannot extend. Okay. 3. What's
10.
the output of the following code?
10.
But what is 30? I also didn't understand.
It's 10, yeah?
10. Yes.
So a object of A is created, and then we access. So the object of B class is created, but the type is A. So when you call on object of type of class B, it calls us. Okay. Did you check it? For me, it's also interesting. So I'm not sure if it's really so. So here we have A, which has a I10. Then we have class B. It extends A. Okay, next. Class main. Then here we create an object of A from B, yeah?
Mhm.
And then
System out.
access the I of object A. Okay. Yeah, answer is 10. Okay. So here, let me check.
Side B, it's extended A. That's why first is A.
Mhm.
A.
Yeah, it's A. Like from here we get that it's just the rule and it accesses the A first. Let me just try one thing. Okay. Okay, display. So this is just a rule. So that first it accesses this I from class A. But for me, it sounds something like not logical, because when it comes to method, it calls its own method from B. But when it comes to like data, like variable, it calls the one in the parent class.
In one class create subclass super parent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's doable. Let me remove this. Okay. Output of the following. What's the output of the following?
A, the first one.
Yeah, class A constructor. As I told you that you're gonna see have it in the quiz. Next, we call explicitly super to access what?
Constructors.
Access constructor. What's the primary purpose of inheritance?
A.
A, to share the same code, to reuse it. It's 6A. A subclass can directly access members of its superclass. True. Which keyword is used to inherit a class?
Extends.
Extends. What type of relationship does inheritance represent in Java? It's
Is
a relationship, yeah? Vehicle is a car. Animal is a dog. All right. Yeah, it's fine. What does the super keyword refer to in Java?
Second one.
Yeah, to superclass. Which statement about polymorphism is true?
So it's not.
It's not.
The first.
Let's check. Polymorphism allows for the same method name to have different implementations. Yeah, it's this
Yeah.
one.
But it's wrong.
I also choose this one, allows.
Okay, just give me a second. Let me open it from here.
Different implementation, yes?
All right, quiz, OP. Question number.
11.
Okay, there is no right answer. So right answer is A. Okay. Next, which type of polymorphism is achieved through method overloading? Okay. What's a method overriding?
B.
In a subclass, right? Then what's the output of this code?
Drawing square.
So shape, new circle, okay. Circle, drawing circle. Then
Circle and drawing square.
drawing square, yeah. Because here we have called it 2 times. So there should be 2 system out print lines. What's the output of the following code? It's parent object child. So here we call the child class display. All right.
But there is error in the question 11. We say that A, but it says it's not correct.
Yeah, it should be A. Let me just submit it. Yeah, if you refresh it, now it's updated. Now there is a right answer, which is A. All right. So there are 11 responses and the hundred, okay, 40, 130. 140 is Guka. Yeah. Okay, guys. Then see you on Thursday. Have a good day, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Got everything. Yeah.